Hi, hello, happy morning, happy evening, or whichever part of the world you are right now watching this particular live session. Today, we have an amazing person who is joining with us on this Tech Tuesday. I welcome Mr. Shankar Jayaraman, who is an AI Genius Code coach. And he is going to share with us a complete phenomena of how AI is actually making the revolution in the coaching industry. And he's going to give us more insights on how AI can uplift the humankind, which I'm not aware of. Of course, we're going to get more about it. But before that, I would like to welcome Mr. Shankar. Thank you so much for being with us on this particular show. Thank you so much for this opportunity to talk with you in this live podcast. Shankar, before we get started, I know for the fact we are good friends and we are, you have taken this opportunity to show up here. But just let us know that who you are and what you are doing to the audience who are watching this particular live show.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Sasirekha, for having me on this beautiful podcast. I'm really glad to be part of it. And thanks for the opportunity in sharing a little bit about what I'm doing and why I'm doing. So to start with, hi, this is Shankar Jayaraman, founder of Legacy Mentors Hub. I worked in corporate, especially in IT field, for about 20 years. And I always feel that tech should be used for the betterment of humankind. That is what all the time that I always look at it, even before the AI days. I'm from the day that I started working. And the AI came to me as a boon. So when I started coaching almost 5 years back in the personal development space, I am from the student school of Mr. Bob Proctor, who is one of the stars in the movie Secret.
Okay.
So by the time itself, I got more the affinity towards coaching, and I got massive results after I moved from India to UAE. I got stuck, and then because of Bob Proctor's coaching and his material only, I could just come out of those challenges. So I realized that there are many people like me who are on the verge of moving from one country to other country, or who are at least they have reached the ceiling and they are feeling that there is going to be a challenge in the org restructuring. So I mean, more than the technical. Okay, I'm from the SAP background also, so technically also there is no challenge for me. But still, that untold pain was inside me. What if? What if? What if? What if? And that has been completely been overcome by Bob Proctor's coaching. So I really, I'm thankful for his materials and the coaching part. Then I become so fond of it. Then I got into understanding more about how to do the coaching and all. So that's what I'm into. But when I started the coaching practice, there is always a challenge every coach goes through, or every person. I won't even say coach. For all of us, what we go through is what is that we need to be specialized with. In IT terms, we call it a subject matter expert. But again, that is something given to us. So we train ourselves to be part of it. But here, once I started doing the business, I wanted to convey who I am and what I can do in simple terms. So that's what the people here call it as niche.
Okay.
So that niche part was something, a major challenge for any of the persons, whether they are into coaching industry or they are into leadership position, where they want to position themselves as the subject matter expert. Where, what should be, how is the later part, how there are many ways, but what you should focus on. So that is the place where I struggled a lot in understanding what my niche is. I may know the target market. For a long time, I was having this confusion with the target market, niche, which one to go first and all. But after AI comes into the picture, it made my job easier. So I could connect with AI, and especially with generative AI. I could converse with AI to understand what is my niche. Because it is not, I may have multiple things, but there is something which I get connected with. And when I started connecting with the AI part of it, generative AI, I could realize more about myself. This is what my book author mentor, okay, just to let you know, I am a Amazon bestseller book author, BMW, Billionaires Mindset and Wealth. This, I did it before even ChatGPT came into the picture, where I learned whatever I learned from Bob Proctor. So I just wrote it, how billionaires think, and thanks to UAE. So I met couple of people, and then rather not couple, many people, then I realized what made them millionaires and billionaires. That's the genesis of the book. Coming back. So This niche is what always challenge anyone who's into specialized area. So either they marry the niche or they hop the niche very, very frequently. They call it as niche hopping. It's not working for 1 week, 10 days, and then they go to the next niche. That is also not right. And marrying to the niche is also not right. So we need to understand, it is like living together for some time to understand whether we are connecting to each other. For
Very good
which,
analogy. Thank you.
thank you. Because I mean, once you get married, you have to live with it. And if you are simply hopping, then it's not going to connect with you. So it is like to understand, are we in sync with it? For which generative AI helped me out. So whatever we used to do it for months together, even years together, now thanks to AI, I could just help the people to get it within 15 minutes time.
Wow.
And that is what made me to feel, yes, I'm in the right path. Because my motto is usage of technology for the betterment of mankind. And AI is a boon. And it has helped me to connect both the bridges. And people are just getting massive results. And many people are just giving the testimonials stating that they were waiting, they were struggling to get it for years, and they are getting it in 15 minutes time. That is the biggest thing that I felt I'm in the right path. And that
Awesome.
is what the Genius Code Mentor came in. Thanks to that.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing, Shankar. Thank you so much for that. That's very beautifully connected. Shankar, somewhere I feel that it is, I used to wonder how an AI leading to a legacy thing, because you mentioned it as a legacy mentors hub. Could you please throw some light on it?
Brilliant. Thank you so much for that question. It's a real awesome question. See, legacy is something whether we are there or not, within the company or within the world or within the city, within the state, within the village. Our name should be there. Not with the intention of importance, it is with the intention of service. What we have contributed, that should speak for years together. And that is what I am focusing towards. What I have come to this world and I've given this knowledge through universe, God, Buddha, Allah, whatever you believe in, but it is given to you. In what way you can help the community for the betterment. And you have to build a legacy for yourself and for the people around and for the upcoming generations. So that is the reason I chose it was a constant decision of using legacy. But there is another part, mentors. So I wanted to create a community of mentors who are really ready to share their knowledge. And they wanted to become the alchemist for the future generations. Alchemist is someone who can convert, who can transform from lead to the gold. Why can't we create each one alchemist in every home? That is the mission that I'm working towards. Whatever way possible, with all the experts coming into the community and sharing their knowledge, sharing their wisdom, how we can connect to the people, how we can bring a new world for the future generations. That's the ultimate thing. I've created Legacy Mentors Hub. It's a community or congruence of all the mentors together. Thank you so much for that question. I really loved it. Thank you.
I really loved the way you expressed it. It was so, intriguing to hear that from you. And just give us some light on how do you see AI transforming this coaching industry, and what unique opportunity that you think that it can create to both the coaches and also the client's perspective?
Okay. Being from the author's perspective, if I start, it will make the dots getting connected. Normally, for author, we always have something called as author's block. So we think in words, and then we think for a long time. And when we start writing in the paper, a draft version, we get blockage. We do not know what to even write. And you write for 2-3 days continuously, and then sometimes you go blank. You do not know what to do. And probably it could be that you are thinking a lot, and when it comes to the paper, it is just going blank. AI is a person which is like an assistant. You tell that AI, okay, this is what I'm going to do, and AI will register. I fondly call her. I like to use AI as my personal assistant or personal secretary, who's she. I am just giving the word. Her job is only to take notes in shorthand. So I will say that, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, these are the steps that I'm going to communicate in my coaching or in my book. Her job is to take it in shorthand. And then she will come and say, boss, can I expand it the first point? Do you want to give the point? So I say that, okay, take for the first chapter, take these three things that we are going to discuss. So she will take it in shorthand. And then I'll expand it further. Okay, explain with reference to the context. I use AI in this way of assisting me to enhance the language, not the knowledge. So AI in this current world, it is going to be used, if used properly, it cannot be a decision maker. It can only be helping you to give both this decision or that decision. Ultimately, you should take the decision. Similarly, AI also, it can give you multiple options, but you as a person who has to decide, okay, I'm going to go in this path, but you have to give the input. You ask, it is like same thing. Take the same analogy, stenographer taking in shorthand notes, and then she is preparing the typewriter document for you. That's the only way I look at it. AI is going to help the coaches in removing the blockages. They have so much of content. That's the reason coach is not an easy thing. They have so much of skill, they have so much of courage, and they have so much of passion to even help others. But the content part is not a problem. How to connect the dots? They have those challenges. Either they will be over teaching or they feel that they are not teaching it very well. AI will fill that gap. Okay, this is what I'm going to speak, and this is what I can take, and this is the time that I can use. AI will use it in such a way they don't need to worry whether I'm speaking too much or I'm speaking less. I have the clarity of what I'm going to speak, what is the context that I'm going to set, and what are the points I'm going to speak, because it has been given by me and AI has just generated it for me. Does that answer your question?
Wow, yes, yes. Yes, definitely. But it looks very good when you said that, you are using AI as your stenographer or a secretary. But at times you might have also heard from people saying that they are so scared that they might lose their job because of the AI boom that is happening right now. So how do you look at that?
Wow, that's a brilliant question, I would say, because this is a common challenge and this is bound to happen. Again, I go back from the days when the computer got invented. People are saying that typewriters are going to lose their job.
Mm.
And when the OTT platform came, people were scared that the theaters are going to get locked down. They are going to close it. Same thing with AI. It is not about even the digital form. Say, again, the technology, I would say earlier Kodak was the film based photography one. As they have not upgraded, they are ceased to exist today.
Yeah.
Having said that, every cinema industry now using digital film. I mean, digital copy of it. So they can take it, they can revisit it, they can edit it. It made the job more easier. If Kodak would have upgraded their level to the level of digital thing, whatever was in the market, then they would have been still the leading player today. Similarly, AI is not going to replace you. The person who knows to use AI may replace you, See, knowledge wise, you are expert. You are an expert. Everyone is an expert because that's the reason, as I mentioned, that is the courage, that's a conviction that they are into to becoming a coach or to showcase themselves as a subject matter expert. But if a person with the knowledge, with the right knowledge and using the right language, if he is presenting or she is presenting in the right way, and the person who is having the knowledge, but his presentation is not up to the mark, because presentation is not the knowledge. Presentation is a separate skill, which is not with the person who is not having AI. So who is going to score the game? Knowledge, presentation, and the right time. So that's the way I would say that not to worry about the job threat or anything. It is about how you are riding the wave, how you are transitioning yourself in utilizing AI for your work, your job, or your business, or your entrepreneurship, or any side hustle that you want to use it, how you are going to use AI in a smart way as your assistant. Again, I repeat the word assistant. Don't give the control to it.
Sure. Well said, well said. So what will be, it was very nice talking to you, Shankar, because you have been throwing some extraordinary lights on what people have to take and how to approach AI, which is really important for people in today's work culture, because they always have that mindset that what if I lose my job and all that. But what would be your final say in terms of AI to all the aspiring coaches and also people in the workspace, what they have to, how they have to approach AI?
Okay, you yourself answered it. Let me repeat it, whatever you said.
Okay.
Most of the times, being from the IT background, we always, rather, I always, from the IT background, we always think in logical way. Meaning, for everything, we need to know the how, then only we implement coding. We
Okay.
always put it into the flow chart. We always write the algorithms, all those things we do it till such time we understand how. We will never get into the implementation part. That will take sometimes days, sometimes even weeks, sometimes even months. Now that how part has been eliminated, you don't need to know the how. Because
Okay.
my mentor Bob Proctor always says that when you set the goal, you don't need to look out for how you are going to achieve it. That's not your job. But this logical mind will not accept it. How can I achieve the goal if I do not know how to reach there? Now his words are true now. I don't need to worry about the how. I need to be clear on what I want. Do I want promotion? Do I want the salary increase? Do I want the influencer? Do I want the team lead position? Or do I want to start something along with my job? Or do I want to have a work-life balance? If you know the clear on the what do you want and why do you want it, then how becomes easy, which is what ChatGPT or any of the AI is going. Cloud or ChatGPT or Gemini, you can use anything, but that is what is going to give it to you. That how part is completely been eradicated. You don't need to worry about how am I going to achieve it? How am I going to achieve it? That block has been completely removed. You need to be very clear on what you want and why you want. How is you already have the answer.
Wow, hats off, Shankar. Thank you so much. That was such a clear picture for the people to understand how they should approach AI, and it takes them to building a legacy and all that. Really amazing. Thank you so much. And we would definitely invite you quite often here in our podcast. Please just show up, throw some lights to people on how more they can know about AI and all that. All right. Thank you so much, Shankar.
Thank you, Sashi. Thank you for having me, and really enjoyed all the questions that you posted on me. Even many of the things, it has made me to realize that why I'm doing what I'm doing so clearly. Thank you so much for